Connecting. Good morning, everyone. Hello, my name is Stuart Colthart and I've got Mark Deviljack here. We are partners and directors of Rubik's Business Accountants. We are wanting to do this video because JobKeeper version 2 is starting at the end of this month. And we wanted to put a short video together for businesses out there seeking some clarification on what they need to do before the end of the month, or also what to do after the end of the month. So I will just hand over to Mark, who's going to start up the business eligibility for JobKeeper version 2.
Hi everyone, Mark Deviljack here. As you can see, we're still working from home in Melbourne. That's probably going to be our life for a little bit longer. But we thought we'd try and put this together to help everyone have some clarity going forward for the next couple of months. So as Stuart said, the government's announced that they're extending JobKeeper. It still will be managed by the ATO, so the similar sort of processes that we've been using in the past. There are new qualification rules though for both the December quarter and the March quarter in 2021. So with the new qualifications, what does that mean? Well, if your business is turning over less than $1 billion, like Rubik's turns over less than $1 billion, basically slightly less. So we need to retest for the comparisons from the September 20 quarter against the quarter for September 19. And in that, we then need to prove that we've had a 30% drop between those two quarters. So just to be clear, that's the months of July, August and September 20 against the same months in totality for 19. And if you have more than 30% or more, then you qualify for that particular quarter. Then when it comes to the March quarter, so from the 1st of January, we need to retest again, and we need to retest the December quarter 20 compared to the December quarter 19. And once again, we have to prove a 30% drop. And clear on that, it's October, November, December. And then if we qualify, we then get it for the 3 months from January, February, March. There will be some ATO discretion in relation to this. However, we're not quite sure because they haven't announced what that discretion will be. And I don't expect it to be very much discretion either. From the point of view, there will be a registration. So similar to when the first JobKeeper came out, or if you qualified at a later date, there will be a registration process that Rubik's will be able to help our clients with. And for employees that are already getting a form of JobKeeper, then there's no need to do any more employee declarations. So the government feels that JobKeeper will be more predominant in Victoria than other states, and they're expecting quite a large drop off in JobKeeper in the March quarter. So if that's your circumstance, then the government's expecting that. So I'll hand back to Stu.
Yeah, so Mark touched on the eligibility for staff and they're not required to fill out any declaration form, but there is something changing in relation to employees and what they're going to receive. There's going to be a further test, and that test and what they actually receive is all based on the number of hours that they actually work during a particular period. So if an eligible employee, and I'll just cover off what an eligible employee is first of all, they've got to be full-time, part-time or fixed term employment as at 1 July 2020, or a long-term casual that's been working for about 12 months as at 1 July 2020. That's a little bit of change. They've got to be over 18, they've got to be an Australian citizen, Australian resident, and they can't be receiving any other government payments as well. So that's government parental leave or payment or job seeker. So if you've got an employee who's working or has worked on average more than 20 hours a week on a 4-week basis prior to 1 March or 1 July, they're actually eligible for the maximum JobKeeper payment for JobKeeper number 2. If they're working less than 20 hours per week on that same period, they're actually eligible for the lower amount for the JobKeeper payment version 2. So Mark's going to touch on the value going forward there. So again, there's a little bit of things that you need to think about when putting the JobKeeper, the version 2 claim through. You need to review what your number of hours your employees were working in a particular period, and then calculate what the actual payments that need to be made to those particular staff members. So Mark, I'll hand over to you to now talk about the different rates now that actually be paying for employees.
Yeah, so those are already on JobKeeper understand that it's currently $1,500 a fortnight, or $750 a week. From the 28th of September, from that fortnight going forward, the JobKeeper rate for full payment is changing to $1,200. So that is a drop of $300 per fortnight. If you have workers that work less than 20 hours per week, as decided by either the comparison in March or June, you do choose the, just to clarify, you do choose the better outcome for the staff member. So if they worked more hours in March, that's the month that you choose rather than June. So that reduced rate is $750 going forward from the 28th of September. So that is effectively a 50% drop. From January to March, those fortnights, the JobKeeper rate will reduce once again, and it will reduce to $1,000 for the full payment and $650 for the casual payment. The main things to consider with these changes is that if an employee is only getting JobKeeper, you can now reduce the payments to those employees from the various time frames, so from October and from January. And like the current JobKeeper, ensure that your employees are paid and that the data is with the ATO via single touch payroll before the end of each month. So it's exactly the same requirements that you would be doing at the moment. So Stuart, I'll hand back to you.
Yes, so JobKeeper version 2 is coming. And Rubik's business accountants are here to support our business clients, in particular the Victorian clients that need clarification, need help, and need some questions answered. So we've been here before, we've been doing this for a number of months now. We have the experience and the knowledge, and we're here to support our business clients to get the government payments that they're actually eligible for. So again, if you need some help, please contact us, both myself and Mark. That's it. Thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.
See you soon.